Day 840 being Christopher Cruz. Just got off a coaching call. God is so good. I just did a video before this. I was a little discouraged while I was doing the video. A little sad, because people that I love, that I know, really need more God in their lives, are resisting it, feel hesitant about it, feel uncomfortable with it. And so, and it just made me kind of question and doubt, like, is Warriors of God too much about God? Which is absolutely insane to even question that. That's silly. But I did anyway, because I'm worried about people. I love people. I care about people. And I don't want to do anything that turns people away from God. And so I went into this call, and this is with one of my older clients, where we just had our first conversation about God on our last call, and it was crazy, mind-blowing. The reason he exists is to build communities for God's people, which is incredible. Massive communities all around the world for God's people. And we get on the call, and he's excited about God. He's like, you won't believe this happened, and that happened, and this thing happened, and our plane tickets got upgraded. I prayed to God and asked for an upgrade, and it would have been impossible, and it was so much more expensive, and it was like, and it happened, and it just out of nowhere. And it's like, you can see he's opening up to God, and God is already showing him results. God is already blessing him. And we're supposed to talk about the people he's meant to serve, and we were supposed to do purpose coaching, and we just spent an hour and a half talking about God and how God works and the Bible, and I pulled out this book and started reading it, which is about the Holy Spirit, because he asked about the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and the Trinity, and what that is, and luckily I read something on it, and I had my book right there, and yeah, we just have this amazing conversation, and it's just like, he's so curious and he's so excited, which is crazy, because he was the one client out of everyone that I felt the most hesitant to talk about God to. And he's just embracing it, and God's delivering, and he's now looking back on his life, and he's seeing all the times that Jesus was pursuing him, but he couldn't see it, or he resisted it. And he just talked about organized religion, and it's just like, organized religion has just destroyed people's view of Jesus in the Bible. It's ruined it, and I get it. Like, I'm so thankful that I did not grow up in church, and that it wasn't forced upon me. I'm so glad, even though it sucks, living 35 years without a relationship with Jesus, knowing what it could be like. I'm very grateful for living the life I've lived, and being able to choose to have a relationship with Jesus, not forced to, but at 35 years old, be able to choose after trying so many other different things, and then having the experiences that I've had. And that's why I'm so passionate, on fire for God. And it's undeniable. So he's looking back on his life, and he's seeing all the times, Jesus was pursuing him and showing up, and he just laughs. He's like a giddy school kid, just like, you could tell he's got a lot of hope. And we're talking about emotions coming up and all these things. I'm talking to him about spirits, and how all of these different things, and it was so cool. We didn't talk at all about purpose. We both laughed about that. And it's like, the call we just did is going to get you much closer to what you truly want than had we talked about purpose, and he knew that. So his homework this week was to get a physical Bible. And then while he was talking, it's like Holy Spirit just inspired me, because he does these morning routines that are so, like, he's so disciplined with his morning routines, and reading this, and doing this spreadsheet, and doing this meditation, and writing in this journal. And Holy Spirit just gave me this vision of, like, what if he replaced all those, his morning routine that's all about business and money and success and goals, and instead he replaced all of that with just pursuing God What if instead of reading a business book, you read the Bible? What if instead of, doing some kind of Kundalini meditation or some kind of, whatever meditation, you actually prayed? What if instead of reading a business book, you read a book on the Holy Spirit? And it was just like, and I was just like, what? It just hit me like, and then I said, I dare you just for this next week to replace your normal morning routine with a God routine. And that was really cool and funny and exciting. And I mean, he will be on fire for God one day. I can already see it. There's just, you can see it in people when their walls come down, when their walls start coming down and their resistance starts coming down, they have a new aliveness about them. It's like they're like giddy kids. They're just like, there's this excitement, there's this aliveness in them that wasn't there before. And I'm so excited for him and happy for him. He's on a spiritual journey and God's got him. And so it's just, it feels like such an honor to be able to guide him on that journey and be a part of that journey. And, and he told me, like, I just have resistance and I need to get rid of it. And that's kind of the theme for today, resistance. 2 people I love and care about are, send me messages and they're resisting, there's a lot of God here. And, I don't want to have to believe in it if I don't want to, and, all that stuff. And then I feel resistance. And so, yeah. Yeah. So I am sure after our next call, I'll be doing some crazy video like, oh my God, this happened and that happened. But yeah, it's really exciting to see him come to life. Really, really exciting. So